I'm the real dude, f that shit. I'm a rapper, I'm a graffiti artist, and I don't give a shit when anybody thinks. If they don't like me, then good, f them. If they do like me, awesome, hang out, I want to hang out. Like, I have no problem with people, but if you don't like me, I don't give a shit. Anyway, though. I guess it, like, you know, it wasn't like every night, usually. But on like a good night of bombing, I would do like, you know, 40 or 50 tags probably, I guess. I came up with Gerk, and I wrote that for like 2 weeks before I found out there was a Gerk in California. So then I added the O to it. And I was like, okay, Gerko. Went with that. I guess what happened is I noticed a void. There was no more writers in town. So I was like, there's gotta be somebody. So it was me. I had multiple friends who were working at different spots who had told me, oh, they're looking for you. They came through asking if I knew who Gerko was. So I was trying to quit, and then went to a party. Ex-girlfriend was there, making out, hanging out with her new dude. I got all bummed. Went and got a marker and went and started writing on stuff. Some kid saw me, called the cops, gave them my description. They were driving back to the police department with a bunch of pictures of my graffiti spree, and they saw me riding my bike. They pulled up on me. I had Run the Jewels playing on my headphones, couldn't hear them. They had the lights on. It was very obvious to me that they were trying to get me for graffiti, so I took off. They chased me. I went through a walkway and a fence that wasn't big enough for a car to fit through, so I kind of got away from them, got around the side of the dome. They caught up with me over by the bike path. I got over into the woods. I was hiding for a while, and I came out, and then they arrested me. The next morning, I went to my arraignment. They set my bond at $12,500, no 10%, deemed me a flight risk, so if I did get bonded out, I was going to be on house arrest. I can name off like probably 10 different names I see around town right now that are writing, and back when I was writing, there was maybe 3 or 4, and I knew most of them, and I don't know any of these kids now, so. There was some really gross, sloppy stuff that happened the night I was in jail downtown. Over by the old bread factory, it was, I think it was Bummer, but the newspapers all reported that it was Bump because they can't read graffiti. It was a really whack hand style, but it's Bummer. You got tags or hand styles. So that's like the simplest thing, is a tag or a hand style. And then you move up to a throw up, which is like bubble letters or simple block letters or really legible simple letters that are done with just 2 colors. You do a fill color and an outline color. And then there's a simple piece, or like, you know, just your regular pieces, which are, you know, they're stylish, but they're just a piece that's pretty readable. And then you go up to like wild styles, which are the crazy interlocking letters, and there's a bunch of different names for all the different styles. And then you have murals and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And you got the street artists with the stencils. They're great street artists, I'm not gonna try to front. But a lot of kids are just gonna take something that they saw, they're gonna cut a stencil out, and they're gonna go spray paint the stencil a bunch of places because they saw exit through the gift shop. And I would much rather see a kid go steal a Sharpie, or no, I would much rather see a kid go buy a Sharpie and then go write on some stuff and figure out a cool hand style than get a stencil and just like, it's hackneyed to me. I mean, there are people who do pieces, but usually it's not in the city. It's like in the outskirts on abandoned things or on weird municipal stuff on the outskirts of city limits and stuff. There's all sorts of spots. Like, this is a good example of somebody who knows what they're doing on the right, and the guy on the left is not. This is everybody tries to define, you know, with music and with art, oh, this is this and this is that and blah, 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 blah. And I think that in a lot of ways, I guess I'm like kind of like almost outsider artist purist, or like a raw emotion purist, in that I've always respected people who just do things and just, even if they're not doing it completely the way it should be done, they're just like, you know, kind of riding the rails and just making it work. So visually, yeah, I mean, I want to learn how to do some other visual art because I never really cared about visual art before I wrote graffiti, but now that I've kind of ventured into that area, I can see how it's something I probably want to do again in my life.